Now what are they saying is, we'll find a square root by a division method. Now what exactly is this division method? Let's say if I give you a number 4096 and I ask you to find a square root of it. If we start doing the method of factorization that we did just now, it might take some time. If we want to avoid that, then we can follow a method of division. Now what is that division? We'll say 4096 is a number, right? And that is to be divided. The way it works is, you start from right and go to the left, and you select in the group of 2, which means I will start from right, which is right is this, go to the left. I'll select 2, I'll go from right, go to the left, select 2. So assume instead of 4096 we were told the number was 789. Then in this case we would have gone from right to left, we would have taken 2 digits and we are left with only 1. Then we would have lived with this, whatever it is. So in this case, now we know that 40, the closest square number is 6 6 are 36. The closest to 40, not higher than 40 but the lower than 40. So the remainder is 4. What we need to do is, whatever you multiplied, you got to add it here. So that becomes 12. Now we bring those 2 down, these 2 down we bring, and that becomes 496. Now what is that you need to multiply? You take a number here. It could be 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, such that you multiply with that number and you should either get 496 or close to 496. For example, if I say 121 multiplied by 1, then the answer is 121, which is not the case. Instead of, if I say 2, then it will be 4, 4, 2, 244, but that's not close to 496. So let's look for 3. So 123, 3s are 3 3s are 9, 3 2s are 6, 3. Is it close to 496? Maybe not. Let's figure it out. Let's 124 multiplied by 4 becomes 496. So the answer is 0. If you get a 0 here, which means that 4096 is a perfect square number and 64 is a square root of that number. 64 is a square root. So which means 64 square equals 4096. Let's take another example. But if you get a remainder here, either it's 1, 2 or whatever it is, whatever is the remainder, which means this is not, 4096 is not a square number. So if somebody says find a square root of this number, oh but this is decimal, yeah, we can still find out. Same logic. Always remember, if you, before the decimal, you start from right to left, take 2 digits at a time. From the whichever is on the right of the decimal, start with left to right. So imagine if there was a number 162.73215, the way you would do is that this is the decimal number. So you would take these 2 first and only left 1. You start from right to left. After the decimal, what you do is you start from here. So which means take these 2 and this one. So I hope you got it. How do we select numbers here? Now let's look at 17.64. Which is a square number closer to 17? 4 4s are 16. So the answer is 1. Remainder is 1. Now we need to add 4 here. So that becomes 8. We'll bring that down, 164. Now certainly there is a point that we need to take up, so that becomes 4 point. What is that you need to multiply here? If you multiply 82 multiplied by 2, that becomes 164, and as we know that if the remainder is 0, that means 17.64 is a perfect square. So which means 17.64 equals to 4.2, which comes from here, square. And what is the square root of 17.64? It is 4.2. What does estimating square root means? If somebody gives you a number 250, is it a square number? We don't know. But which should be a square root closer to 250? So what do I mean is, a number which is just greater than 250 would be 256, which would be 16 square. A number just less than 250 would be 225, which is 15 square. So 250, the number or the square root of it should be between 15 and 16. We currently don't know what is that. We can find it out. But I am saying it's just an estimation which shows where does it lie. Just example, if I tell you 372 is a number, where will the square root of the number lie? Will it be between 7 or 8, 9, 10, 12, 15, 20, 22, 22, 25? Where it will be, the square root. Which is number just higher than this? I presume it should be 400. And a 400 square root is 20. And which is just smaller than this. So this would be 361. Which is just a square number which is less than this, and that happens to be the square of 19. So 19 square equals 361, 20 square equals 400, 19 is the square root of it and 20 is the square root of 400. So 372 square root should ideally lie between 19 and 20. So it should be 19.1 or 2 or 3, we don't know right now, but that is just an estimation. So this is how you estimate. So thank you guys. We are done with square root. You should watch more videos for Vedic mathematics for certain shortcuts. Thank you.